Hello everybody, it's Austin with More Skills Gaming, and today I'm going to show you guys how to increase your chances of getting maximum DIYs in Animal Crossing New Horizons. We are going to go over how to get as many DIYs as possible from balloons, your beach, and villagers. And I'm also going to give you guys some ideas on what to do with all your extra DIYs and how you can use them to get even more DIYs or make millions of bells with all your extra DIYs. But before we get into that, if you like Animal Crossing tips and tricks that get straight to the point with no BS, then hit that subscribe button and ring the bell if you haven't already. Are you ready? Cool. Let's dive right into it. First, we are going to talk about how to farm balloons to maximize our chances to get the most DIYs possible from our balloons. Balloons typically spawn on the 4th and 9th minute on every 10-minute cycle. And if you notice that a balloon is not spawning for you, all you have to do is enter a building that will reset the appearance of the balloon. And balloons don't seem to appear if you're connected to another player. So before we farm balloons, we need to make sure that our gates are closed. Now that we've done that, let's start the process of farming balloons. The first step to farming balloons is knowing which side your balloons will spawn from while you're playing the game. For example, from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., my balloons will spawn from the right side of my island. Then from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., my balloons will spawn in the opposite direction. Once you know which side your balloons will spawn from, then you can build this smart balloon farming setup. This will make it so much easier on you while you're trying to collect all the DIYs, because you won't have to be running all over the place in order to get the balloons. All you need to get is some tall furniture like jail bars and climbing walls, because they will be tall enough to block the balloon from passing over them. Jail bars are a DIY item that you can craft, and the climbing walls are just a regular furniture item you can get from the Nook's Cranny. And you can also get these items from trading with other players. I actually got mine from Nookazon. So once you have a decent amount of jail bars and climbing walls, all you need to do is place them along the edge of your beach where the balloons spawn. And you don't need to place any of them on the peninsula. What I did was I just placed them in a straight line going down my beach, and it's important to make sure that there aren't any gaps or the balloons will escape from the setup. So as you can see right here, I have my balloon farming setup complete, and the balloons are not flying over my setup, but instead they are being guided right to me. And I can wait until the balloon's all the way down my setup, or I can just shoot the balloon down right now. It doesn't matter either way. And if you want to get fancy with it, you can hit your balloons with a bug catching net. Pretty cool. You have to be on top of a mountain to do this. Now that we know how to farm balloons to get more DIYs, we are going to learn how to get as many DIYs as possible from the beach. So these little bottles you see washed up on the shore, most people think that they can only get them once a day, but you can actually get them up to 3 times a day from the beach. They spawn 12 hours apart, from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can get one in the morning, and you can also get one in the evening. And to get the third one from the beach, all you have to do is go to a mystery island, and a lot of times there will be one just laying there. Now that we've covered balloons and beaches, let's talk about getting as much DIYs as possible from our lovely villagers. You can get DIYs from your villagers up to 3 times per day. The times are 6 a.m. till noon, noon to 6 p.m., and 6 p.m. till midnight. And to get all these DIYs much faster and basically farm them, here's how you can do that. If you don't mind time traveling, you can actually time travel to each one of the times that I mentioned. It would look a little something like this. Time travel to 6 a.m., check in with your villager, and get the DIY recipe. And then adjust your switch time till 12 p.m., save the game, and close the software. Then load up your game and go find the second villager that is crafting to get the second DIY. Then just do the same thing again, but switch the time on your switch to 6 p.m. And the best part is, since you're time traveling all in the same day, you won't have to sit through the daily announcements. If you wanted to, after you've gotten all the DIYs for that day, you can time travel to the next day and do this again until you have every single DIY from your villagers. And you'll notice that the more and more that you do this, sometimes your villagers will give you DIYs that you already have. So what do we do with all these extra DIYs? We can't put them in our storage, but we can decorate a little area on our island where we can store them. And from there you can either give them away to your friends, or you can sell them on Nookazon for bells and trade them for different DIYs. Some DIYs on Nookazon go for millions of bells, especially the seasonal ones. And not everybody knows this, but certain villagers will only craft certain DIYs. For example, a jock villager will be crafting a different DIY recipe than a cranky villager. I made a little free guide for you guys that will tell you which villager personalities will give you what DIYs. You can check that out down in the description below. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Peace.